So good morning, Daniel, and thank you for coming to our studio here in Ipswich. And we're putting together a series of films which we've entitled Super Suffolk Suppliers. Engineering is a big subject. I think when I was at school, people started talking about physics, and I was going, whoa. So tell us, which area of engineering did you specialise in at the beginning? What did you degree in?
So my degree was in mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering.
And then I became a gas turbine combustion engineer. I went on to Siemens in their Lincoln, and then ultimately went off to America and around Sweden, spent some time in Germany, traveled really the world with engineering.
Give us a summary as to what this actually is, what the business actually is.
Roundhouse makes one-off products generally, very sort of high quality, quite a high level of testing from our customers. We're what are called coded welders.
Right.
So welding gets tested both radiographically and just through regular what's called non-destructive testing, which is dye penetrant. And so we're doing work at the sort of the highest of standards. And for us, the Sizewell coming along as it does, we've been very lucky at Roundhouse because we've been able to pick up projects on the bridge in Yarmouth. And now we're putting some of the stainless steel work on the Gullwing Bridge in Lowestoft, and we've got that longevity from the sort of the length of commitment that we've got with those big projects, that people can genuinely rebuild their careers around engineering in our area.
So in terms of quality and checking and precision and the output being exactly to the standard of specification the customer requires, that's as important as actually doing the fabrication. Absolutely.
The days of getting it out quick are long since gone. So we've sort of had quite a big culture shift around this. We have what we've kind of got as a process now is we have the team leaders are now decision makers. So if their equipment isn't working right, if something isn't right, they've all got credit cards, they've all got company credit cards. And so if their equipment isn't right, they go and buy the equipment they need to make sure they can do the job right. So we've embedded quality right down into the teams.
Yes,
we have all of the teams are now responsible for their own quality checks. So they all buddy check their own work. And then once the work is released to quality, if the quality team managed to find a fault with it, it's almost like a customer fail. It's not taken as we'll just knock it back. It's got out of your team.
So that'll be recorded.
Exactly right, through the NCR process.
Yeah.
And we raise that formally, and there is a process where that team leader needs to submit back to the operational team as to what went wrong. So we've taken quality really right down to the roots of the organisation.
In terms of the average age of a welder locally, how is that at the moment? And presumably you're going to be looking to improve upon it. So.
Absolutely, yes. So the average age locally is 55. Our average age, because we actually watch it like a hawk, it is 28. And our management, sort of the next tier down of management is coming up, and they're sort of also 26, 28-year-olds.
That's extraordinary.
So we're really trying to drive that sort of that adoption by the next generation fundamentally, because the only way we can future-proof our business is by getting the training and the trust put into the team, and you have to demonstrate that as the leader. You can't say, oh well, when I hand the company over to the next person, they'll figure the next challenges out. We've got to demonstrate that now. So like I mentioned prior, we've built a training camp with the college so that we can start a pipeline of young talent. We work with schools wherever we can, and we are training internally to get that sort of internal hierarchy.
Have you sort of reinvested and sort of added a lot of kit into the plant then?
So for us, we've kind of focused on our core, which is welding, and so we're investing in robot welding. And that's where we see the future being. So we've got what we call the dancing robots, which is two industrial robots that work together to create a specific part. And then we've got what's called a collaborative robot, which is a robot that works very nicely alongside the operator. So an industrial robot is only aware of where it is in space. It's not aware where anything else is. whereas the collaborative robots are very sensitive. So if they touch into you, they'll stop.
Okay.
So it's a very safe way to work around robots, and that is what we see being the future. We're learning that technology now, so that in 3 years' time, 2 years' time, when the tenders start coming out, we're already in place.
How do you reach out to the community and so people feel the benefit of Roundhouse locally rather than just purely employment?
So I think this is something traditionally the local employers haven't done as well as we perhaps could. We are involved in the local schools, so we host for workdays. We go to schools to do engineering challenges. We've set up a collaborative team at with the college. So we've got 10 employers together with the college to make a training camp.
Do the girls line up to come and join you and speak to you as well as the boys?
So I think it's a culture shift.
Yeah.
We're delighted to be at approximately 7% of our workforce is now female. Mm-hmm. June Hall is our head of operations. She is a absolutely fabulous coach for the team, to the factory team. She's actually a horse trainer, which gives her incredible skills in getting the team working the way she feels to be best. And with that process has actually helped us force decision making down into the team leaders. So the team leaders are now taking more and more responsibility. One of our quality inspectors is female. She's responsible for the quality on site. And we've got our welder, one of our female welders, and we've also got somebody joining the robot team in the summer who is female also. At the moment, it's a tremendously positive scene for people whatever age coming into engineering and into the Lowestoft area. We've got some really powerful infrastructure projects, Sizewell being sort of, as you say, the sort of the top of the list, but the other ones pre-described being also very impactful for the local area. We're going to be the energy sort of capital of the UK, with providing a third of the energy to the UK from the area. So those wind turbines that have gone up will need servicing. They'll need some bits locally. We're going to be part of that solution. Sizewell is going to be a huge part of our future.
Well, Daniel, it's been a fascinating conversation, and thank you very much. And in a year's time or 2 years' time, when we rerun these, it'd be great to hear from you as to how you've done and where the business is now.
Oh, thank you very much.
So thank you very much for coming.
No, and it's brilliant to showcase great local industry, because we do so much cool stuff here that people just don't talk about.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.